Hey everyone. Today we're talking about an interesting topic that doesn't really have an answer. I think that's what makes it so interesting and so mysterious. What makes you you? Now, we can go really deep and philosophical with this and talk about the soul and talk about, you know, birth and death, but I'm going to keep it on the surface and talk purely about your personality, your interests, and what makes you unique. To begin, I want to talk a bit about social media. And there's a plethora of content about how social media is bad for you. But I wanted to touch a bit on how everything seems to be categorized, including people. And I think it's very evident on things like Instagram, where people are very quick to categorize someone in a certain niche or a certain group of people, where it'll be like, the e-girl, or actually, I don't even know, but you guys get what I'm going for. As you can tell, I'm not really on social media much, but you know what I mean. And that bleeds into your daily life and everyone's social life because, of course, social media is social. Who could have guessed that? But it makes it more difficult because you start doing it to yourself. And I find I do it just as much as anyone else does, where I try to define myself as, a fan of these things. So I need to like all this stuff, or I need to prove that I'm a nerd, like that sort of thing. I know it sounds kind of complicated, but it's I'll give you an example to make it a bit more clear. So I play a good amount of video games. I make video game content, and I feel like because I classify myself as a quote unquote gamer, I need to live up to that expectation where I need to be in touch with the new games coming out, and I need to talk to people about video games, and I need to dress like a video game fan. I also I like alt music and metal music, and so I wear a lot of like darker colors. I don't classify myself as like an emo or a goth or anything, but I just kind of I wear alt clothes. And so I feel like I need to live up to that category. If people are going to classify me as an alt person or a gamer, I need to prove that I am one. And that got me thinking because I always open up my wardrobe and I'm like, damn, I I'm not alt enough, or like maybe I should wear eyeliner or something. I'm not, by the way. I don't think it would fit me at all. Uh, but I look at that and I'm like, maybe I should start doing these things. But then I'm like, why? It's not something that I really want to do. I'm just doing it because that's what my I guess my category says I should, or that's what people online do, so I should do it too. But there's nothing wrong with just making your own style. And I feel like that's kind of lost. A lot of people do things just because it's aesthetically pleasing. And I find this a lot online with handhelds, like handheld consoles, like PSP and 3DS and DS, where people will like, show it off and they have like all this bling on it, all these keychains. I'm assuming they never actually play it and it's just kind of for the looks. But it's the same deal where it's almost that poser mentality, really, when it boils down to it. And so I don't want to be a poser. So I feel like I need to prove myself for a lot of these things. Or let's say I work in a retail store. So let's say someone comes in and they're wearing a heavy metal shirt, but I'm wearing one of my gaming shirts that day. I don't want them to think that I'm not into metal and I'm not cool enough And so I'm like, damn, I wish I was wearing my metal shirt today, or one of my metal shirts today, right? And I get wrapped up in what other people think. And that's such a bad way to think. And I feel like social media is mostly to blame about your outward appearance. And don't even get me started on things like dating apps where your appearance is like the most important thing. Because people that's the first thing people see. They don't see your personality. And they judge you based on that, which isn't a great feeling. Like that's not cool. So my next point is I sometimes feel rejected for being nerdy and being a geek. Not necessarily by other people. I find it's very rarely by other people. It's mostly by myself. It's mostly I convince myself that I'm not cool, or I I'm a loser, or whatever it may be, right? And the negative self-talk gets to you. And I I was into anime for a while there, right? A little side tangent here. During COVID, I got really into Naruto, but that was an example of people making fun of me when I went back to school in high school there, and so I kind of got out of that. But I've recently been watching. I've been watching Evangelion, and I'm like, dude, this shit is peak. How did I sleep on this, man? Just because it's an anime. I've also been watching Attack on Titan, another peak show, just because it's anime, and I was so worried about what other people thought. And so this kind of bled into my other interests. Like, I've been playing Nier Automata on my PlayStation. If you guys know anything about it, it's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of sexualized. It that's like kind of the thing though. I guess it's because it's Japanese. It's a lot like an anime in that sense. But I feel I feel kind of ashamed, I guess, playing it, because I'm like, damn, I this is very I don't even know how to phrase it, but you guys get what I mean. It's one of those things where I'm like, I should be playing something more manly, or like Doom or something, rather than playing a game with anime girls in it. But that goes into my next point here. Is if you enjoy something, just do it, man. Don't care about what others think, and also don't care about it defining you. Because don't get me wrong, I don't really care, because like I don't think I've ever talked to someone about Nier, and I might never, but I'm not worried about other people judging me for it. It's just I don't want to be like that guy in his parents' basement who's like, oh my gosh, these anime girls are so hot. Like, I guess I'm worried about that. And I obviously I'm not like that. Trust me, guys, I swear. So don't worry about whatever it is you like defining you. I think it's fine for it to, if you want it to, because I'd say a lot of my interests do define me. Like, I'm super into comics, and I'd say that defines me as a person. I find so much inspiration from these superheroes, and I'm totally cool with telling people that, where, like, I love Batman, I love Spider-Man, that sort of thing. But I wouldn't openly admit to watching anime, right? Just because it's kind of, I don't know. It's just my perspective. So the takeaway of this video is, don't let your interests necessarily define you if you don't want to. You can. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get my message misconstrued here. You can totally do that. But they don't define you. You can be into weird interests and still be a normal person. You don't have to be ashamed of it. Just be yourself. Whatever makes you happy, just do it, because it's so hard to find happiness nowadays. So I'll wrap this up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be definitely doing more videos along these lines. Let me know if you have any game suggestions or any topic suggestions, because I'm always open for any comments, any advice. I always appreciate it all. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye bye.